but what are you going to wear? Like, you booked your headshot session, but how are you going to show up in front of the camera? It's the first thing that people ask me as soon as their session is on the calendar. The good news is it is not nearly as hard and stressful as people think, and I am going to walk you through everything you need to know. Number one, the first thing, the most important thing, is what do you like to wear, right? So you have to think about it in this way. You're not putting on a costume for your professional headshots. You're showing up to be the best version of you. That's the face that you want to put forward. So if you're putting on clothing that you hate, you aren't going to be your most comfortable and confident self. I always think about it this way. I carry myself very differently when I am wearing my gym clothes versus when I'm dressed up. And right now I'm just kind of in between dressed up. But you get what I mean. The different bits of clothing change how you feel, change how you carry yourself. That said, if you hate something, that's gonna come through in your images. I have seen it a million times where somebody comes in and goes, oh, my significant other really loves this outfit on me, but I don't like it, but I should do some photos in it because they said they really like it. And they put those clothes on, they come out, we get in front of the camera. I try to get expression from them, but the whole time they're kind of yanking on everything and just, it's not there. And I go, okay, go change, get out of that. They come back, they get in front of the camera in something that they like, and they are far more comfortable. So think about what you like. Your personal style matters. Your comfort matters. How you feel when you're wearing the clothes is huge. Another place that we see this come through, I see this with guys all the time, they'll come in and they'll put on a tie and they'll step in front of the camera and they just lock up. They're frozen. And I know in that moment, it's like, they don't ever wear a tie. So I'll ask them, like, do you ever wear a tie? They'll go, no, I hate wearing a tie. And I'll go, okay, well then take it off. And as soon as that tie comes off, they're relaxed and we end up getting great shots. The next thing is know the culture and the expectations of where you're going to be using your headshots. So let's say that you're trying to get a job at a Fortune 500 company that still requires suit and tie as a part of their dress code. In that case, you'll want to be dressed like you're going to a board meeting. You'll want to be dressed like an executive. Break out the suit, break out the tie, and let's go that direction. Dress for the job that you want. On the flip side, let's say you're trying to get in with a small tech startup, something that's way more casual in the office. If there is an office, then you need to dress that part as well. So you can go with a more casual button-up shirt. Maybe it's a t-shirt and a jacket. Knowing the culture of where you're going will help dictate the clothes that you wear. Dress for the job that you want. That cliche holds completely true. The other thing to think about there is you're a multifaceted human being. You can bring more than one outfit with you to the studio. A majority of my clients will bring several things. They'll bring a professional look, so the coat and the tie or the blouse and the jacket, whatever. Something that they'd wear to a professional meeting or to meet with clients. And then they'll bring something a little bit more casual, something that maybe they're going to use on their social media, or maybe it's going to go on the about page of the website, wherever it would be appropriate for a more casual look. And we can mix and match those things to get you a range of things for your sessions, because you don't know over the next couple of years where all you may be asked to use your headshots for. Speaking engagements or articles in a local publication or in a trade magazine, on websites. There's a million different places these shots are going to get used. So you should bring enough styles where you have a range in your personal marketing toolkit to be able to use in those different places. You do a lot of interesting things in life. There's no reason to lock you in to one look that you're going to try to use everywhere. What about colors for your professional headshots? So if you're unsure of what colors work best for you, I highly recommend sticking with neutrals. So blacks, whites, grays, beiges, anything that is fairly neutral. It's going to look classic, it's going to be able to be used in a bunch of different places, and the color doesn't become the star of the show. What we can do in those instances, depending on your personal style, is we can add pops of color if we need to. Something like a pocket square, scarf, a tie, whatever, if we need to add a range of colors to it. Now, once upon a time, I would say things like, never bring yellow for your professional headshots. Yellow looks absolutely awful. Don't bring it. I had a client come to my studio, and this was eons ago, and she had this bright yellow shirt, and I was like, you don't want to do that. That's a bad idea. And she's like, yeah, but I love this shirt, so we're going with it. It's like, okay, we'll do the yellow. I photographed her in it, and it was amazing. So I was completely wrong. So if you have colors in your wardrobe that you know look fantastic on you, or it's a signature color, anything like that, bring that along with you. We can do the neutrals and things, so you've got the classic looks, and then also do stuff in your signature color, in your favorite color, and the color that works for you. So again, you've got that range to be able to use in your marketing for as long as you're using these headshots. All of that said, there are certainly things that you need to absolutely avoid for your professional headshots. Your professional headshot, and we're just talking shoulders and up, need to be about you. All of the focus needs to be on your face. So you don't want to wear things that distract from where we want the eye to go. So we want to avoid any big poofy sleeves. We want to avoid any big bows or things that are going to draw the attention here. We want it here. We don't want big loud patterns for things, and something like a big bold animal print may work great walking around in day-to-day life. But when we're on a static image, and especially, something like LinkedIn, where we've only got like that much room to make an impression, we need all of the focus to be on you. That said, if you go, I want to do something bigger and bolder, then we may want to look at doing more of a personal branding session. So your headshots, very much about you, but then we do some branding shots as well that add a little bit more of that personal flair. Jewelry is another thing to be very mindful of. Typically, we want to avoid any big earrings that are going to grab attention, or if you have longer hair, earrings that are going to just poke through a little bit. The eye's going to be drawn to the brightest part of the frame. If you have something shiny popping through your hair, we take that shot, then the eye's going to go to the earring. I typically recommend, if you're going to wear earrings for your headshots, keep it to simple studs or small hoops. Same idea goes for necklaces. I typically recommend no necklace at all for professional headshots, but some people feel unadorned without something around their neck, and I get that. In those cases, I recommend that we stick with something small, a small chain. If there is any sort of pendant on it, keep that small and unobtrusive. What we don't want to do in most cases is go with a big, chunky, bold necklace. Same thing as like a big bow. It's going to draw the attention away from the face down to your chest, and that's not what we want when we're trying to sell your personality to people that you may be working with or interacting with and building relationships with. Let's talk about how to prepare your wardrobe for your headshot session. So about a week or so before your session, if you've booked out that far, pull everything that you think that you might want to wear for your session, try it on, make sure that it still fits you. I know a lot of us will fluctuate in weight a little bit, and that can completely change how a garment fits. So make sure that everything fits well, especially from like chest up. There's certainly times where if something's a little tight, we don't have to button a button, or if something's a little bit big and we can like add clamps or something. But that's only minor adjustments. If something is wildly under or oversized, we don't want that for the session. Next thing you want to do is make sure that everything is clean and there's no stains, anything like that. If you need to get things to the dry cleaner, get that done. And then you want to iron your clothes if it needs to be ironed. We don't want to be trying to iron things once you get here. Minor steaming out, not a big deal. If something's in rough shape, it just takes time away from your session. Also, be sure to gather any accessories that you may need to make sure that your clothing looks great. So we're talking things like collar stays, ties, belts, any accessory that you need, and get all of that in one place so you're not stressing about it the morning of trying to gather everything and get out the door. Your headshot session should be as stress-free as possible. So the better prepared you are, the better your day's gonna go. There's a solid chance that you already have almost everything that you need in your wardrobe for your headshots right now. In some cases, you may need to run out and pick up a new shirt or a new coat, but most of the time, that's not what people need to do. If you have any questions, you can drop those in the comments below. If you want to book a session with me, I will also drop that in the description, so you can actually just book a headshot session with me right online, and I will look forward to seeing you in the studio.